So, guess guess who finally watched the Minecraft movie? None other than yours truly. Here is gonna be my official review. This video is gonna be a mess, cause um, the not scripted. I'm just bullshitting here. Um, and I'm streaming it technically. Well, when you guys see it, it's gonna be a video, but whatever. I'm also gonna be playing the Minecraft movie event while doing this because it's fitting and I want to get the cape from it. So that's what we're gonna do. I need to put on my headphones though, Loki. Let me just do that real quick. Now, before I begin, I will state now that this is gonna be full of spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, watch it first, please. Like I genuinely, like please watch it first before seeing this because I'm gonna be talking about like the entire thing and the plot and just everything else. So like watch the movie first and then come back to this. But if you're too lazy and just want to hear my opinions on it in full depth, picking it to the bone review, then stick around. But honestly, I really recommend you see the movie first. That's just me though. Putting on my headphones. Well, I gotta plug them in. Okay. Without further ado, why are my headphones squeaking? Like just sitting weirdly on my head. Anyways, oh my god! This shit loud as fuck! Hold up. Audio, where's the audio? Music needs to go down. The music needs to go down. Jesus Christ, okay. Sorry about that. Alright. Here we are. Okay, well, it's just not showing. That's lovely. Okay, so the Minecraft movie. I think I'm gonna start with my very in a nutshell review. It's a solid 9 out of 10, which is a crazy high rating. If you will, maybe like 8 out of 10. It's definitely not taken seriously at all. It's a very fun movie. Like they took the very fun creative route with it, if you will. That's it in a nutshell. The beginning of my in-depth review, though, I think I'm going to start with the things I dislike about the movie, because I have less things I dislike than I do like. So I'm going to be starting with, like, I think I'm going to go about it like this. I'm going to start with what I disliked about the movie, what I liked about the movie, and then I'm going to be talking about the overall plot of the movie and how I felt about it, plus how they should have gone with it, if it were taken more seriously, stuff like that. So, yeah, let's do that. As you can see, I already have this cape on, but I want to get the Yearn one, the Yearn cape. So we're gonna be doing this. It ends in a day, so I'm, you know. All right. So what I didn't like about the movie. Oh, okay. Let's see if it works. It probably will. Um, I'm gonna straight off the bat. What? I can't speak. Enderman. There wasn't enough Enderman content, in my opinion. It only really was mentioned. I'm beginning the spoilers now, by the way, just to remind you, watch the movie. It was only really mentioned like a couple times and showed up like once, which is really sad because I feel like the Enderman should have played a more important role, or at least showed up a few more times throughout the film. So there was a very much lack of Enderman content there. So, Minecraft, are you alive? Oh, there we go. Um, so I just creeper. Um, yeah, I don't know. I personally feel like there should have been a lot more creeper content. Creeper, not creeper. Fuck, can you tell my? Okay, I feel like there should have been a lot more Enderman content. Is what I'm saying. I feel like that would have been nice, but whatever. It's definitely corny. I don't hate it, honestly. I actually kind of like the fact that it's corny. Um, so that's not really a dislike, but for those of you who wish it would have taken more seriously, and I personally kind of wish it was, but I'm not complaining either way. I think what they with like at first I was kind of iffy about the whole idea of like live action and like the direction they were clearly going with it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like all the other ones. It's gonna be like super cheap. It's gonna be bad. It surprisingly wasn't. Like, it was actually fun. So yeah, I had like a little bit of a distaste for it at first, but over time, like as trailers came out and more memes and stuff, like I kind of warmed up to it, and then seeing it myself, like it actually wasn't that bad. Um, but if you were like you're a fan of movies who are more serious and like aren't like you don't like goofy movies, then it's not for you. Because it's definitely. Why is my skin not working? One of these gotta work. No, I guess. Oh, ew, what the
We're ready. Let's go save the overworld.
Anyways, so yeah, if you're not a fan of like goofy movies, I don't. Can I just change to the normal skin of Steve? Because.
Let's go save the overworld.
Hey, ignore this. This was to harass my friends. I'm sorry. Ignore this. I was harassing my friends as that. Just let me be Steve.
I'm Steve.
Yeah. Is it actually working? There we go. Okay. How do I interact? Oh, there. Oh, shit. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, what else don't I like?
I am Steve.
Hi there, partner. How are things going? Wait, oh, it's really slow. I'm sorry. How do I am I? Am I stupid? I'm probably stupid. Anyways, I don't know how this works, guys. Okay, defend the village to help each of the characters to get Boots' fitness from the dressing room. Anyways, I'm trying to think of what else I don't like about it. Some of the visuals I feel like were iffy. Like, they weren't as bad as I thought they'd be, but they were just you know? It depends. Like, some of them were, like, really good, but then, like, certain things I'm just not a fan of. Like, I wasn't too big on how they designed the hoofed animals, like the cows and pigs. Like, it was kind of, it could have been better, but whatever, that's fine. Like, it makes sense. What? Did I do that? Dang, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, clearly I didn't, because 0 out of 6 quests.
Creativity in this world is key to survival.
How do I talk to you? I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, overall, I don't think there was a whole lot that I disliked. It was pretty good. I kind of fucked with it. Things I liked about the movie. Whoa. Things I liked about the movie. I don't know how to interact with these motherfuckers, guys. I'm really bad with this, can you tell? Like, what do you...
Fear. It's just weakness hijacking your body's cockpit.
What button is it, huh? Which one do you want me to press to continue? Or is it just like... I'm gonna assume that working. Anyways, things I liked about the movie. Well, okay. Back to the dislikes real quick. I do feel like the delivery of some lines were kind of corny. Like, I know that's kind of the point, like, but there's a couple of them that didn't quite land, but it was very few. Anyways, things I liked about the film. I think it was really fun. Like I said before, they leaned a lot more towards the fun aspect of Minecraft, and I actually really like that. I think that was pretty cool, because while Minecraft, like, it should have been taken more seriously. It could have been really cool, like Minecraft story mode. I still think that the way they went about it was still really fun and actually genuinely enjoyable. There was definitely funny moments throughout the film. Like, there was a lot of good moments that I loved it, bro. It was awesome. And yeah, pretty cool, pretty nice. What else? I liked some of the mob designs. I actually liked how some of them were done. Like the illagers and stuff. Those were pretty cool. So, I liked some of the designs. I liked the zombies. The spiders were cool, although there isn't as much content on them. I liked... Oh, shit. I liked, the Enderman design. I think they actually did really good with it. Once again, I feel like there should have been more Enderman content there, in my opinion. But the Enderman design was pretty good. I actually really liked what they did with the Enderman when it did show up. And there was a Herobrine reference there with it. The Enderman basically, like, did some weird hypnotizing shit. And it, caused the main character guy to, like, see weird, freaky things. And one of them, like, where the other character's, like, saying mean things to him and stuff like that, he was having one of those, like, hallucinations. But Steve in that scene had white eyes instead of purple eyes like everyone else, so I think that was a really neat nod to Herobrine there, even if it was, like, vague. So I like the idea of Enderman kind of, like, when you look at them, they kind of fry your brain a little bit. I think that was a really cool concept, and I liked how they went about that. That was really neat. I fuck with that idea. I also liked how it was intentionally trying to get the dude to look at him, like it was teleporting around and I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just felt like it was intentionally trying to get, the character to look, So that was really neat. I liked the Enderman. I'm gonna keep saying this, but I really wish they did more with it, because it had a lot of potential. I liked what they did with the iron golems, and the fact that, you can make, like, different ones. I liked how they went about that. The design for the Swift Shoes, whatever golem, was really good. I liked it. That was awesome. Am I tweaking? Let's see. I liked the concept of how they use the ghasts, like here. I liked that idea. I liked the piglins, and I like how they zombified near the end. I think it's neat that they found a way to get around the whole, like, they'll zombify in the older world with, like, a potion with netherwort and stuff. I think that was really clever. That was pretty cool. I fuck with that. Okay, hey, just get hit. That was pretty cool. I wish we got to see more of the Nether. You know, I feel like that would have been nice, but I did enjoy what we saw. I think the whole Nether's Got Talent joke was pretty funny. That was pretty. I like that. It kind of reminded me of the whole like talent thing Quackity did a while back. You know, I don't know if he still does them, but I forgot what he called them. But he would like get people in a Discord call and do like a talent thing. It reminded me a bit of that. I don't know if that was intentional or not. And speaking of content creators in that sense, the Technoblade reference was really nice. I actually, it honestly, I'm gonna be so honest, it actually did bring me to tears a little bit. Like, as corny as that is, it just, something about, like, I've seen clips of it and, like, photos and stuff, but, like, actually seeing it, like, hit hard for some reason. And, you know, it was nice. I'm really glad that they added that. Who? Everyone just... Okay. They're gonna get in, guys. This is awful. Y'all suck at this. It's all you guys, bro. But yeah, I liked that little nod to Technoblade. That was really sweet. I'm really glad that they did that. It was really nice. Okay, I'm not doing good. What else did I like? I liked the characters, honestly. I feel like a couple of them should have gotten more attention. The two girls, you know, the main character, like, well, I want to say main character. I don't know what to call them. I can't remember their names for the life of me. The dude's sister and the other girl who liked animals and stuff. I feel like they should have had a lot more focus as well, because we saw a lot more of, Steve and the other two dudes, but not enough of the girls. I wish we got to see more of them and what they were doing, but, you know, it was kind of hard to balance it out with how many characters and kind of things were going on. I think the whole plot line with Jennifer Coolidge and the villager was pretty funny. I liked it. It was kind of, like, jarring, the switches between scenes. Like, some of them kind of flowed nicely, some of them were a bit jarring. But, you know, it was still pretty funny. I think that was pretty neat. I love the idea of that. I loved the scene where we see Nitwit go through the Nether portal and his curiosity towards, I think that was pretty nice. I don't know, I really like the whole villager thing. It was pretty funny. Like I said, some of the transitions between scenes were a little jarring when it came to that side plot. It was still really funny though, especially the after credit scene where bro just speaks and he's speaking in this really fancy fucking like British accent voice. Like, oh, I don't know how to recreate it, but you know, it was great. Trust. That was really that caught everyone in the theater off guard. It was great. I liked the fact that the Illagers weren't like that. I don't know. I liked how they portrayed some of the mobs. Like the creepers, I like how they didn't make them inherently attack, more so curious and only really like attack when threatened or, you know, smacked or something. I like that a lot. That was pretty nice. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I already complimented the Endermen and how they went about the Endermen. I don't know, I liked how they did some of the mobs, behavioral wise. I thought that was pretty cool. I loved Chungus. That was his name. He was one of the piglins. I'm assuming a brute. That he was pretty funny. I liked him a lot. You know, fly high, you will be missed. Okay, I missed. There we go. I thought he was great. I liked how him and Steve kind of had like a casual thing going on. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I have to kill you now." What I found funny was them jabbing at the whole like censorship thing of words where they made Chungus like every other character says kill, but they made Chungus go like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. I have to unalive you now." I thought that was kind of funny. Um, that's just me though. Like I feel like that's one of those lines that could be really iffy. You know, like and it probably is for some people. I personally kind of thought it was funny. Like it was a little corny. I mean, the whole movie's kind of corny, but like it was a little on the like more cornier side. But I thought it was I kind of thought it was funny. You know, fun little jab at people who do that. It makes sense because of how like crazy censorship is now, but you know what I mean. The fact that Steve had a creeper farm was also pretty crazy. That was also really fun to have a nod to. You know, everyone's little unethical farms and stuff. You know, shout out to the unethical farms. Love them. Um, God, what else? There's so much that happened in the movie. I loved the duo between Steve and the other dude. They had some crazy bromance, whatever the fuck was going on there. It was an experience to watch. Like, enemies to lovers, but like bromance edition, it was peak. Oh! I really enjoyed their duo. I still wish we got to see more of the girls, though. That would have been really nice. Is that fucking... Hold up. Is that dude's skin Jesse? It is. That's awesome. The lava chicken... Oh! The... Well, the, chicken lava thing, I feel like was a nod to Minecraft Story Mode. Like, that could be a stretch, but it reminded me a bit of Minecraft Story Mode. That was pretty nice. I feel like... Oh, I want more Minecraft Story Mode references. I kind of wish the Ender Dragon was at least mentioned once, but considering the fact that Steve already had Elytra, whatever, that kind of implies he's probably already been to the end, but, you know, I kind of wish there was more of, like, mentions of the end and, like, the Ender Dragon. I just wish there was more end content overall. They kind of, they kind of neglected it the same way they neglect it in the game, you know? I just want more end content, please, Mojang. Please. I just want more end content, that's all I ask. That would be really appreciated. So the plot was kind of basic, you know? It was definitely a little basic. But, you know, because it felt like the movie was being intentionally corny, I let it slide. So what was the plot? Basically, the two kids, or whatever, move into this town. One of them works at a potato factory, like a potato chip factory. The other one just kind of is trying to make a good first impression. The other one likes rocket science and stuff like that, but he's, you know, because he's creative, no one is gonna fuck with him. The gamer dude, Garbage Man, whatever, I'm gonna call him that because, you know, that was his nickname. He is just a dude who lives in a, well, not lives, but, like, runs a rundown little gamer shop. You know, that... There's not much to say about him, he's just kind of funny. Then there was the other lady who's, like, I don't really know what she is, like, her job, but she likes animals, so I know that part. She's kind of, like, doing something, like, State Farm, but with animals. Like, with animals in her. I don't know what, like, hey man, you know, there wasn't a lot of attention put on her in the movie, which kind of sucks, because I wish there was more focus on her in the other, but... you know, whatever. Um. So yeah, that starts with those four. The kid meets the gamer guy, Garbage Man, and um. Hold up. Yeah, so the kid meets the Garbage Man, and they kind of get along somewhat. Kid has the first, like, shitty day of school, like, because these two bullies, like, sabotage this little rocket science jetpack project. And, yeah, it didn't go well, and he goes back to the gamer dude, and then he comes across the cube, and it's like, whoa, what is this? And then, you know, obviously they read the sign where it's like, don't put them together, and they immediately put them together. Ow. They immediately put them together, and it leads them to the portal. And of course, you know, the older sister and the other girl, they're like, oh no, where'd they go? So they go and look, and they all end up stuck in the portal. Yay! Let's go. I got that one complete. What's this one? Wilderness cards to cover. Got it. Okay. So let's get out of here real quick. Okay, so yeah, they go into the Minecraft world, and of course they're very confused at first. They're like, oh no, what is this weird place? So this guy, Garrett, he's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to this sheep, because obviously this guy's gonna give us a quest, so there's that moment. Meanwhile, we got back to the Nether with Steve, and he's kind of like, or the piglins at first, and like, oh, the crystal's here. We gotta go get it. So they go get Steve to get it, because, you know, Steve stole it in the first place. It turns night, and the other guys are struggling. The kid learns, like, oh, we can build stuff, and builds a little hidey hole. Garrett gets saved last second and like, Steve pulls up, he's like, hey. And saves them, like, last second. What else? Okay, over there. So yeah, they meet Steve, and he's like, I am Steve, you know, everyone quoted it and clapped afterwards, it was great. Aww. I like the little whiskers, they're so cute. I actually kind of liked the villagers. Like, I know they kind of seem uncanny. Like, they are. But, like, they kind of grow on me a little bit. Like, I kind of fuck with the villagers. I think they're cute. Like, they're kind of silly. Okay, so yeah, Steve takes him to the village. Him and Garrett start having, like, the enemies part of the enemies to bromance thing. And they're like, you know, Steve takes him to the lava chicken place and sings. That's right, he sings about lava and chicken. Awesome. Yeah, and then Garrett eats the chicken and acts all, like, tough. You know, and he's not actually tough, like, he kind of struggles, but he's standing up to Steve, you know, he's like, he's trying to one up, you know? I have M&Ms, by the way, I'm sorry if I get, like, paused, I'm eating M&Ms. So yeah, they do that, and then the piglins pop up. Well, Garrett wants diamonds. Because, you know, like, oh, I'm broke. And so he's like, okay, we can do that. It's, like, off to the side, though. They don't tell the kid about it. Garrett is kind of low-key blackmailing Steve into it with a cube. So, yeah, they go, well, so yeah, they're planning on how they get to the Woodland Mansion, because the crystal part of the little cube thing broke, and they need to go get a new one. So they have to do that. And then the piglins can't come in and start attacking. So, you know, they gotta go, and they end up kind of leaving the sister and the other girl behind, which is unfortunate because that leads to the split between the two, and that leads to less content of the two girls, which I really wasn't a fan of. I really wish they had more focus on them, but whatever, you know, whatever. Yeah, I wish they had more attention put on them. It should have been a little bit more balanced, you know, but whatever. So what happens? So yeah, the Steve and the other two run off, and it leads to this beautiful scene where Steve is like, "Oh no, I forgot my third elytra. Let's do the next best thing and ride Garrett." That sounds bad without context, but the scene itself is crazy without context. I mean, he jumps down, and he's on the back of Garrett, and then he's, like, suddenly, like, they're getting attacked by the piglins, you know? And they're like, "Oh no!" And they blow a hole in the mountain because the piglins are blocking off the mountain, and they're like, "Okay, we need to get through." And Garrett decides he has a very close, like, face-to-face, like, "Oh, we need to go foot to nose to fit through this hole." And Steve's obviously like, "What the hell? I'm not gonna do all that." And he ends up doing all that, and it's like the craziest fucking position I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I mean, literally head to toes. It was insane, and they fit through the hole, but, like, God, that was a crazy way to go about it. It was, and then Steve grabs bro's cheeks to get back up on his back. It was, no words can describe that scene, bro. Like, it just, you have to be there. You just have to see it. That was pretty awesome. They crash land, you know, awesome. And then they continue wandering off and go through the mountain where they find the redstone caves. Oh, I fell. That's not good. And so yeah, you know, they get diamonds and stuff, but they get attacked by the piglins again. And, you know, that doesn't go well. They run into the creeper farm. And things go wrong. They start blowing up and stuff. They just about make it to the redstone rail, and get out of there in time. The little nerdy kid is all pissed at both of them for being like, "Oh, you sidetracked us. My sister could be in danger right now." And meanwhile, with his sister and the other girl, you know, they found Dennis, Steve's wolf. And yay, that's going well. Yay. There's really not a lot of scenes on them. I'm kind of disappointed in that. It's like the Enderman thing. I wish there was more to them. Like, they had potential, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, they continue on. That's another thing I didn't quite like about the movie, was how certain things just didn't have, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they had consequences, but they didn't last long, per se. Like, they, like, the kid being pissed at the two for distracting them, like, you feel like he should have been more upset with them for a longer period of time, but it kind of just was pushed to the side. Like, it was just kind of, it wasn't really focused on at all. Like, I feel like the feelings of characters about certain things should have had a bit more consequence and time put into it, but okay. Like, I know it's supposed to be a lighthearted movie, but I feel like you can still do that with lighthearted movies. Like, you can still, you know, have emotion and consequence in lighthearted films, but, you know, that was kind of something I feel like was rushed a little bit. Was characters' emotions. That was another thing. So yeah, they finally make it to the Woodland Mansion, and that goes, you know, the two, Garrett and Steve, decide to distract them by dancing and whatever, and it kind of works, but then the kid, like, gets caught a little bit, and he runs into the room last second, and that's when he has his encounter with the Enderman. The only time we really see one, unfortunately. It's kind of a cool scene, though. Like, he finds a crystal, he gathers up some good supplies, and it comes in, and he's like, oh no, it's right behind me, isn't it? Like, he doesn't actually say that, but, he doesn't say that at all, but, like, okay, so we did that, and that. This one, we're working on it, or is retrieved. So this one's just, like, general ones of the quest, so. Okay. What's third? Farm mobs, enemies killed, so that one's a general one. Low on iron, protect the iron golems with outer walls. Hey. I'm trying to figure out, like, so I'm gonna have to go back to here to do that one, so let's do that real quick. Okay, I can't really. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, they get captured. Okay, no. Enderman appears. It starts tweaking out because for some reason, despite being told not to look at them, he looks at it, and it causes a weird hypnotist trance where, you know, like, Garrett, Steve, his sister, and the others are all, like, beating down on him, and that's where the cool Herobrine reference comes in. But then when he snaps out of it, he's just kind of like, oh, that was weird, and then starts fighting the Enderman, which is kind of odd, because I feel like with scenes like that, usually it's going about, like, oh, it's kind of gone like, oh, this affects the character, but it really just doesn't affect him at all. He's just like, oh, that was weird, lol, and it's never really, like, acknowledged again. And that's kind of what I mean, like, it kind of ties into the whole, like, lack of consistent emotion, per se, other, like, I don't know how to explain it, like, the lack of just, I wouldn't say emotion, because there's definitely emotion, it's just a lack of, like, holding onto it, you know? There's a lack of that, I guess. I don't really know. I hope you see what I mean. Like, whatever. There's just a lacking when it comes to character emotions, like negative ones specifically, other than just like fear. Fear is probably the only consistent one. Fear, surprise, but every other one is just like, oh no, I'm angry at you, and then like 2 minutes later, it's just like, oh, whatever, it never happened, you know. So yeah, he kills the Enderman and gets an Ender Pearl. They get out of there. Well, no, Garrett and Steve get put into the fighting pen, and the amazing chicken jockey scene happens, which my whole theater quoted it and clapped afterwards. It was great. So yeah, that scene happens. It was pretty funny. Steve saves Garrett last second from the baby zombie. And, you know, they get out of there. Yay. Awesome. And so they continue on, but then, I'm trying to remember what happens next. Something happens and the kid gets... Oh yeah, no, while they're on the way out, they get jumped by the piglins again, and they meet the main villain piglin, and she's all like pissy. Um, and so they try blowing up the bridge, and I kind of thought they were gonna have Minecraft story mode reference with that, but you know, that didn't happen. Obviously, it's unlikely. Um, I mean, kind of similar idea, like bridge blowing up with one of them being still on it, but you know, close enough. You know, I'll take it. Yeah, so Garrett basically sacrifices himself. He's like, Steve and the kid get onto a ghast here. It's Garrett is like, you guys go ahead. I'll, I'll, I'll see you guys. So, you know, Garrett's presumed dead or something. He just kind of vanishes after that, and Steve and the kid go on. But they crash land, and the kid blacks out because of it. They get found by the two girls, and then build, like, this cool mushroom house, and Steve reunites with his dog, Dennis. It's so nice and lovely. Yay. Okay. Yay, they're all reunited. And there's kind of like an emotional scene where this is like, wow, I thought I would have lost you. Wow, hooray. It doesn't stick for long. So they continue onwards. I think, I can't remember if it was with them or earlier. It might have been with the scene, like the gas scene where they escape or something. The main villain gets a hold of the crystal, like, orb. Quotation marks orb. And she opens the nether portal, and then everyone goes in, and everything's dark and spooky, and the nether wart starts growing, and oh no, and Steve's like, oh no, we're running out of time, like it's over, and like not really, but so they go ahead, they have a, I don't know, We Are Minecraft moment per se, where it's like, we're gonna craft, we're gonna mine, we're gonna Minecraft, or some shit like that. I don't even remember what he said word for word, but it was peak. There was a little joke about that. But yeah, they move on, and they have like the epic final battle. They prepare for it, building a bunch of golems and stuff, and that's where the golem with the swift shoes comes in, which I really like that golem. I thought the design was super cool. I liked it in its concept. Not that one, it was... Which one was it? Was this one? No, it was... this one. So, you know, final battle is starting to happen. They're prepared for it. The kid, you know, like, the girls have their weapons and stuff, and they're girl bossing, and Steve, with his diamond armor, goes up to fight the piglin lady. Oh, that was nice. They're confronting each other, and she's, like, beating him up, and, yeah, they're fighting. Garrett, well, no, he doesn't come in yet, because, not a shocker, he lives. I wasn't too surprised by that. You know, it was kind of obvious he was gonna live. So, you know, the kid goes up there to get the stone back, but then he gets blasted off, and it's kind of like this crazy scene of like, oh no, he's gonna die. The slow-mo, the way it was done, was kind of silly. But, you know, once again, silly movie. Doesn't really take itself serious at all, so it can slide a little bit. Just a little bit. I feel like it can still be unserious with serious not undertones, but like moments, you know, like I feel like it was just a little too unserious in moments that should have been at least somewhat more serious, but whatever. That's just my opinion. Could have taken itself a little bit seriously sometimes, like not all the time. It doesn't have to be all the time. Just in a couple moments where I needed it. Whatever. But yeah, Garrett comes in with the gas and is like, yay, and saves a kid, and they have a reunion, and Steve's like, oh, fuck yeah. And they kind of continue fighting. The kid takes the crystals, like, yeah, I don't really remember. I'm trying to remember, like, The Piglin Brute guy gets defeated. The day clears up, the sky clears up, and all the piglins start zombifying. And then there's kind of this final moment with Steve and the main villain, which, in my opinion, was actually a really funny scene. She's like starting to zombify, and she's like, come closer, come closer. And he's like, are you gonna stab me with a miniature knife? And she's like, no, just come here, come closer. She tries doing it, he slaps it out of her hand. He walks off, and she's like, no. For real this time, come back. I ain't gonna do it. He's like, are you sure? She's like, I won't. And she does it again. And then for a third time, she's like, okay, for real now. And she tries doing it again. And then while he's walking off, she attempts to do a sneak attack, but then fucking dies. Well, not dies, but like zombifies. And just like, sneak attack, and dies. Zombifies, like, it was great. It was pretty funny. You know, the crystals are combined, and they all head out, and Steve is like, at first gonna stay behind and sings this lovely little song to his dog. But then he ends up deciding to join along anyway. It's like a happy ending, and they all make it back to the overworld. Yay, and they all have their own thing going on. Everything gets better for them. Kid builds his cool little jetpack, and Steve and Garrett are at the gamer shop, which is blown up and is popular, and the girl is doing her own thing. She works at she does fighting lessons now. And the other one does a petting zoo thing or something. You know, lovely little ending. I actually really liked how the ending played out. That was a fun scene. So yeah, there's a lot of fun scenes throughout the film. I just feel like the scenes that were supposed to be like more quote-unquote serious weren't taken as seriously as they could have been and should have been, in my opinion. Overall, it's a really fun movie though. I really like it. I thought it was super fun, and once again, like, if you're a person who enjoys more serious movies, it's definitely not for you, but, like, it's a really fun movie. It definitely could have been polished a little bit better, like, it definitely could have had some improvements, like, I've pointed them out before, you know, with the emotions, and just the overall more serious scenes not landing like they should have been taken just slightly more seriously. Like, the movie's unserious, but those moments should have been taken just slightly more serious, so it kind of, like, fits well, and not just, like, weirdly awkward. The nitwit side plot with, Jennifer Coolidge was pretty fun. Like I mentioned before, though, some of the transitions between the scenes were a little jarring, though. Like, it kind of came out of nowhere sometimes, and I feel like a handful of those moments could have been left out to give more room for certain things, but that's just me, though. I still think it was really fun. And funny. I actually really liked that side plot. It was pretty funny. Jennifer Coolidge's character as a whole was really funny. I love her. What else is there to say? I think that's just kind of it. Overall, it was just kind of like an 8 or 9 out of 10, you know, in terms of unseriousness. A couple points docked off because of the fact that, like, it could have been better polished, you know. Now, let's get on to the whole, like, original plans for the movie and how I would have gone about the film if it were, like, okay, the game's tweaking. Oh, Lord. That's, oh, shit, I actually took a screenshot. Clearly my connection isn't good right now anymore. I don't know what happened. Oh, yeah, no, this isn't right. I'm gonna leave and come back, cause, oh. So, from what I've heard, the original plans for, I won't even be able to escape. I'm stuck here, frozen in time. I might just save and quit. Let's do that. Okay, so recently concept art came out, and there was gonna be kind of like a similar idea, like someone from the real world comes in and runs into Steve, who in the concept art looks, you know, just like the normal Steve skin, which I like. And it showed the Ender Dragon and stuff, and it looked really cool. And it seemed like it was gonna be taken more seriously. But because Minecraft movie has been in development hell for so long, obviously it didn't happen. What I personally would have done with the movie, I probably would have leaned more towards Minecraft story mode in terms of not only like the general style of the movie, but like how it's laid out in general, because Minecraft story mode did things differently, but it still stayed loyal to the Minecraft game, which I liked. I like how it had its differences while also, you know, staying pretty loyal to Minecraft. And the style itself is very similar. Like, it still takes place in the world of Minecraft, so everything's blocky, but the animations and expressions are, you know, different, obviously. I feel like they should have gone something like that. The reason why I believe they didn't go the animated route, though, is due to the fact that there's going to be a Netflix series. You guys remember that? Probably not, because they ended up focusing more on the Minecraft movie for obvious reasons, like the movie's big. But they are making a Netflix series, which has been left very vague. Like, there's only been one teaser of it, and it's just the general announcement of it happening, but there's been no update since. And I hope now that the movie is out, they're going to put more attention onto the Netflix series, because I'm really curious about it. But it's going to be animated, judging by the teaser they dropped, which features animation very similar to what they do for the game trailers, which I really like. Can I... Can I do this, please, and thank you? Okay. So I think the reason why they kind of strayed away from the animation aspect is because of that, but then again, the Netflix show could be, like, is definitely a more recent thing, so I don't know for sure if that was a factor at all. Let's take that with a grain of salt, because the Minecraft movie has been in development hell for a long time. I don't know what they've been planning for it this whole time, but whatever, you know. I feel like it would have looked really good animated, though, in that style, or at least a style similar to Minecraft story mode. Story-wise, there's a lot of opportunity for the story of Minecraft, as there's just, like, so much to go off of. But I feel like I probably would have gone with a general basis of how the normal vanilla gameplay is. Which is, you know, survive, get good supplies, go to the nether, and then eventually make your way to the end. Like, that kind of thing. Like, take that, but make it cooler. Like, Steve kind of just appearing one day, not really sure what he's doing. Something like that. Like, he wakes up, and it's just like, wow. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let me think about this. Like, I've thought about it before, but I want to think about it more. So, yeah, something about Steve, like, he just kind of appears one day or wakes up, or maybe you could keep in the aspect of, you know, him being a person that ended up in this world. Either way, like, he's there, and he's, you know, like, the first part of the movie is just him learning how things work and trying to survive past the mobs and stuff, and there could be some really tense scenes with that, especially with Enderman, because I really want more Enderman content, and I feel like the Enderman could be a really interesting, like, use of foreshadowing for the end, you know? Like, I feel like that could be foreshadowing. You know, I think that would be pretty cool. You know, there's that part. Eventually he discovers the nether and makes his way into there, and there's a whole thing with the piglins and, like, a mini, like, side villain, you know, who's, like, who you are misled to believe is the main villain, but then, like, while she's on the verge of, like, the main villain or whoever it is gonna be, like, main piglin person is, like, on the verge of death. It's like, oh, the Ender Dragon, like, some vague ominous thing about the Ender Dragon, and Steve's like, oh, what? So the piglins aren't the main thing I have to worry about? It's the Ender Dragon the whole time? So he makes his way over there, and, like, ends up discovering it, and, you know, more tense scenes with, like, mobs and stuff, especially Enderman, because, you know... Okay, thank God I'm still alive, okay. And, you know, he eventually makes his way to the end, and there's like this cool scene where he's like finally preparing. What's this one? Okay. Alright. Do that, and this one is... Okay, so this is just the mining stuff that I need to do left other than the Iron Golem one. Anyways, so yeah, he, like, there's this cool scene where he, like, prepares to to go to the end and stuff, and he has to find, like, all the armor and put it all together, and he makes his way to the stronghold, and it's, like, this really tense scene, because, like, strongholds can be pretty scary. Like, it could be kind of a horror-leaning scene, if you will, where it's very tense, and it's, like, you just don't know what's gonna pop out of the dark at any moment. And, you know, he finds the Ender portal, he fights off some silverfish, and there's, like, this, you know, he puts in all the Eye of Enders, you know, and hops in. And then there's this cool epic battle scene where he's fighting the dragon. And it's, you know, for a second, like, you think the dragon's about to win, but, you know, obviously he ends up winning in the end, and it's super cool. And then, you know, he discovers a dragon egg, and it's like, oh shit, I just killed this baby's mother or something like that, and he takes it back with him. And, you know, he settles down in his base, stuff like that, and that's like the end of Minecraft, where he just kind of settles down and goes off to build his own things for the giggles and expands his base, kind of thing. Now I'm leaning towards a somewhat open ending that could maybe open up to a sequel in this hypothetical, where it kind of, like, focuses back on the dragon egg, and it starts hatching or something, and that could be, like, open-ended, or just, like, a general, like, opener to a possible second movie, if, you know, you want to get greedy and make a second one, kind of thing. I think that would be pretty neat. I'm a fan of, like, open endings, you know, where it kind of leaves room for people to, like, guess what's gonna happen next, or to leave room for a possible second film, you know? I always like that. So yeah, that's kind of how I'd go about the Minecraft movie, just, like, follow Steve, and, like, the general, like, idea of the vanilla world. There's a ton of other ways you can go about it, though. You can do something like what Minecraft Story Mode did, and make up, like, a whole new thing entirely, and have, like, other players be a part of it, like, other people, and have, like, an expanded universe. Or you could do something similar to what the current movie did, like the finalized movie did, with, like, the piglins and stuff. Like, there's a lot of opportunities. But yeah, overall, I think the film that, like, ended up being finalized was pretty good. Definitely needs some polishing, I feel like, but it's still really nice. It's a really fun movie, and I'm glad it exists. I'm glad that it's no longer in development hell, and I'm really curious to see what happens with the Netflix show. I'm really hoping they don't cancel it at all. I'm hoping we get more information on it now that the movie's kind of out of the way now. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess, but who knows, you know? I will make sure to update you guys if any more information comes out on the show. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna yap about the show a little bit. There's very little information. I don't know what it's gonna be about. From the looks of it, I want to say it's maybe gonna be like a very laid back, kind of not consistent series. I don't know how to explain. Like, it's gonna be inconsistent in the sense of each episode is gonna follow a different thing. Like, one episode will be about Enderman, and, like, another will be about creepers. Something like that. I feel like it's gonna be like that. Maybe, just maybe, it will follow Steve and Alex from, like, the teaser trailers and stuff. Maybe. Kind of. No promises. or that, or they'll just have one-off episode dedicated to them. Like some, I don't know. Like it's super vague. Like there's no information on it other than there's gonna be a Netflix series and it's gonna be animated. Like there's genuinely no information on it. I hope to see more though. I've been all over the place this whole video. I'm sorry for the amount of times I went and like whatever. I had to think hard about it. I had to remember everything. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a bad movie. It's definitely corny and cheesy and has a lot of like cliche lines said, but I think it's fun because of that. It doesn't feel like it definitely feels like it was intended to be satire, or like not like it felt intentional, not like they were unironically doing this. Like a lot of it felt very intentionally unserious to me, and so it gives a pass for that. But if it felt like it was genuinely trying to seem like this because it was like, you know what I mean? You see my vision? Like it feels it feels intentionally stupid, and I fuck with it because of that. Like I really like how stupid it was. I'm a big fan of it. Yes. Now I just need to do the mining ones. Well, I need to do this, so carts delivered. I gotta do 2 more of that, so we'll do that real quick. And then we'll do the mining stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It was a really fun movie. I love it. I love the music choices in it. I love the music choice for the trailer. Some of the visuals were actually pretty cool. I like the plot. Like it's basic as hell, but you know, it was still done fun. I don't know, overall it was just a really fun movie. I love it personally. It's definitely not for everyone, but I really liked it personally, and it definitely captures Minecraft pretty well. Even if it's really unserious. I don't know, I think it's awesome. So yeah. Where is the cart even? Down there? I'm assuming down there. So I guess for the rest of this video, I'm just gonna focus on getting this cape, and you guys are gonna join me on that mission. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the Minecraft movie a lot. A lot of the references were pretty fun. There wasn't a whole lot of them, but you know, the ones that were there, like the Herobrine one, Technoblade, like all that, those were pretty nice. I liked them. I don't know, it's such a fun movie. I actually really like it, like, genuinely. I'm definitely gonna rewatch it. Oh, man, it's so nice to see that, like, the movie's actually out now. Like, I think I'm just relieved that it's, you know, actually out. Because, like I said, like, the development hell, bro. That thing's been planned for years, like, since 2015, maybe. So it's nice to see it's finally, like, here. Even if it's not, like, the original plan, it's still really fun. I like it. It's enjoyable. Okay, here we go. Found the cart. I don't know. There's not much else to say. Very unserious movie. Very fun. Wow, I was ahead of everyone. I don't know. It was nice. It was nice. I still wish there was more Enderman content, though. I'm really sad about that. I love Enderman. I hope the Netflix series does me justice. These mother... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna die. I should chill out somewhere. Oh, hi. Okay. Minecraft, stop neglecting the end, please. End update, please, I beg. This is gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna have all 3 capes, bro. The Yearn cape. Such a fire name, bro. I love yearning. No, I don't. Okay, guys. Minecraft. I love Minecraft. I love Minecraft. Oh? Oh, he's... What is he doing? Like, hopscotch? They're so cute. Oh! That scared me. Jesus Christ. Okay. Guys, I'm like the only one here, please. Save me. Thank you. I'm gonna need everyone to catch up, bro. Okay, whoa. Okay, one more cart, and then we gotta go to the mines. Okay, I'm still really low on health. Woohoo! Woohoo! That's all of them. Now it's time to go into the mines. And then the cape will be mine. Ugh. I'm so excited. Oh lord, my frames were dropping hella on this stream. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh. Gotcha. I'm gonna drop in a minute. Woohoo! Elevator time. Let's see. Diamonds retrieved, quest completed. Okay. Mining away. I love mining. Are you nonchalant? You seem nonchalant. Oh, now you aren't. One thing I kind of miss about Minecraft, well, I mean, it still kind of applies, is like how mining works. Because before, each ore was like on a different level. Like, it still kind of applies, but at the same time, like, it's not really the same. I don't know. It's fine though. Like, I like blah, blah, blah. I still like mining. So, ores retrieved. I'm assuming that means taking them back up. Oh, water. Trippy. Oh yeah, Bedrock now has the visual shader things on. I wonder, can I put that on now, or is that not able, like, possible in this world? What's in here? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's not here for now. I'm gonna have to, like, check it out in a little bit. Right now, we're trying to find... good ore to bring back. So let's grab some of this redstone. I guess I can't do that with the pickaxe I have. Which means I should probably upgrade this thing because I have a lot of emeralds. Oh lord. Okay, let's try to go back and find an elevator. Because I want to upgrade my pickaxe so I can get better stuff and take what I have back. Oh, over here. Oh. I'm gonna go back up here. I'm gonna assume going here is where you can upgrade stuff.
Creativity in this world is key to survival.
Enchant. Let's upgrade sword. You. Okay, perfect. Now back to the mines we go. It's starting to get dark now. Sunset. Hi, Lyra. Pretty girl. So cute. I love my cat. So cute. After this, I may stream... Ooh, Lush Cave. I may stream more, of the end of Minecraft, because I found a place to settle down, but I don't know how well it'll go. Or how long I'll be able to stay settled. We'll find out. But I'm determined to, like, I'm not a huge fan of where it was. I only really picked it because it was similar to what I was going for. And, there was a house there that was really nice. I put a wall around it and stuff. And I'm a little bit of a cheater, but just to make things a little bit more consistent and easier on myself, because it is kind of like a series, I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure if I'll edit the episodes ever. I may just leave it as a stream-only series because I'm lazy as fuck, but we'll see. I need to work on my OC references more too, speaking of series, because I need to do that. I need to get that out of the way, and then I can, like, then I can finally work on my beloved animated series that I want to work on. Bloody Roses. I can't wait to work on that. It's gonna be nice to, like, finally be able to do that without having to worry about anything else. Oh. I'm kind of surprised I lived through that, but that's fine. We're just gonna ignore that and move on. Let's go back and get this ore, and then we're gonna go down to level 2, I think. Alright, the last one is this one. We just need to get some diamonds. It's lapis, I think. Definitely need that. God, I love the diamond texture in the— Hey! Anyways, as I was saying, I love the diamond texture in this. That's pretty fire. Lapis looks the fucking same. That's crazy. Oh, this is so cool. So I need like, what, 5 of those? 60 of those. Oh! Enderman! Wait, come here. I want to get a good look at the Enderman. Bro, that's so cool. Look at it! Oh, no. Wait. Oh. Okay, first of all, I'm getting jumped. Okay. It's a little bit more difficult to mine in here, guys. Oh, the Endermen are so cool, though. I love Endermen. My favorite is— oh, that one was on the floor. My favoriteest mob ever. Where'd it go? Oh. Look how cute. Ah. God, if you love me, Minecraft will update the end. God, if you love me, Minecraft will update the end. God, if you love me, Minecraft will update the end. Please update the end. I'm tired. I love the end. I need every single piece of Enderman merch there is, and the— anyways, I need every single piece of Enderman merchandise ever. Like, that's my goal in life. I also really want to— ow! I also really want to get every single minifigure that exists in existence, because I have like 10 right now, but I need all of them. I want them all, because I'm big and greedy when it comes to little minifigures. They're so cute. I want to invest in like shelves along my wall to like put more Minecraft stuff on, because maybe I can move like the Legos on them or something and have like the other figurines and stuff. Does amethyst count as an ore? No. That's unfortunate. Oh, hello. More! But yeah, I really want all the minifigurines. They're so cute. There's so many of them though, it'll take forever. And I don't have money. When I get a job, it's over, guys, trust. I'm gonna just— I'm not gonna make smart— fuck. I'm not gonna make smart money decisions. Yeah, that's good enough. $41, we're getting close to— I don't know about that. Kind of sucks that in the end of Minecraft I'm a little limited in what I can do due to the whole like having to stay quiet aspect. But I mean that's kind of like the point though. I'm gonna have to learn how to adapt. I wonder if there's any like armor, like specific like leather boots or something that can keep you quiet or something. I wonder how that works. I know there's sandbags. Oh, they're so cool. I love Enderman. Ah, I want all the Enderman stuff. I want all that. I love Enderman. Oh. There's a GIF I should download and put on my starting soon screen that I have. It's pretty peak. 60, okay. We're getting closer. And then we need to get out of here. Hey! I'm gonna bring even more. Cause, the more the merrier. Okay, let's try and get out of here now. I'm trying to remember how to get out of here. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. If only there was this many diamonds. Okay, what? Normally. God. This is beautiful. Yeah, I was all over the place when trying to talk about my Minecraft opinions. I'm sorry, but oh Lord. No thank you. Free boost. Alright, time to find my way out of here. I don't think this leads anywhere. That I've been to anyway. So, unless I'm going in a big circle. I might be going in a circle. No, I'm not. I don't know. So that leads back up there. I don't know. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Bro, I love them. I love Enderman. Okay, yeah, I'm going the right way. Oh Lord. Okay, now I gotta get back up there somehow. Oh, Lord. That was your own fault. Okay, getting back up there. Probably up through there and around. Hey. Okay. Yeah, I'm super smart, guys. Nothing can go wrong with grabbing a bunch of them. I'm low-key guessing hella, but I'm assuming this is the right way. Pretty confident. Where are the signs pointing? Oh, that one just manifested. That way. This way. That's pointing towards in here. So it's down one of these. Unless it's up. It might be up. Yeah. Yes! The cape is mine. Oh, my skin is absent now. There we go. Let's emotes. Here's the capes. Okay. Yes. Yarn cape. 'Tis mine. Let's go. Alright.